About the series. My bad about getting into here just a tick late as we are live with the BGM Racing Street Stocks at Wild West. Got a 9-car field here tonight as these guys are racing lap number 1. Timothy out front leading the way. Cody in second. Oh, we got one getting turned around. That is going to be Nick Nowak up at the top. Somehow he holds on to it. Nick Nowak out front leading the way, Timothy out front leading the way. Cody with a K in second. Jeremy Duet in third. Looks like Cody going to have a little bit of a bad bounce in that number 4 machine. He's going to get passed by Jeremy, and Jeremy into that number 2 spot. Jeremy's going to miss turn number 2. Out of turn number 2, move Cody back up to that number 2 spot. Vandenbush going to try to take advantage and get around Jeremy DeWitt as they battle it out for that number 3 spot. Coming up the hill, it's going to be Timothy Mesmer leading the way by a mile. Well, maybe not a mile, but 2.4 seconds. Cody Harrelson in that number 2 spot. What's up, Nathaniel? Tyler Vandenbush and Jeremy DeWitt battling it out for third as they come down the hill looking for the line. Here comes Anthony in the 217. Anthony going to dig down the hill looking for turn number 1. Oh my God, they are bouncing all over the place. Down into turn number 1. Here comes Anthony down low. Anthony going to dig hard on the inside. Can't quite make his way and clear around the number 91 of Solomon. Solomon going to get the run into turn number 2. He's going to slide up in front of Anthony. Anthony back with the crossover. Battle for that number 2 position as Vandenbush is putting the pressure on Cody as they come through turn number 3. Looking up the hill. Cam, thank you for the share. Up the hill, battle for second. Timothy well out in front, 3.8 seconds in front of this battle as Cody tries to hold on to that number 2 spot. Vandenbush going to drift high. Oh, there's big contact into turn number 4. Everybody keeps it straight. They're 3 wide for almost last. Back in the pack. Coming down the hill. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. King Vaughn, thank you for the follow. Down into turn number 1. Solomon's going to lose a ton of ground. And Eddie gets stuck behind him. And Solomon going to climb the wall. Back up to the front. It looks like Cody is broken away from Vandenbush. Vandenbush now having to deal with Anthony as they battle for that number 3 spot. It's all Timothy out front as they are looking for the checkered flag. This time by as they come out of turn number 3. Up the hill. 1 more corner to go. Up the hill, it is going to be single file. Will Anthony be able to put the move on Vandenbush into turn number 4? Oh, Vandenbush gets up underneath Cody somehow. How do they catch him? Drag race down the hill. It's going to be Timothy with the win. Cody second. Vandenbush third. Anthony fourth. Matoxin, DeWitt, Nowak, Farnes, and Solomon are rounding out the field. So heat race number 1, the only heat race tonight in the books. What's up, everybody? I got in here a little bit late. We got a little bit of a warm-up going on. I don't know how long they're going to do it for, but let's go ahead and talk about the sponsors of the series. They are cycling through on the bottom if you're over on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. It is going to be BGM Racing, the title sponsor for tonight's series. Let me get over to Discord so I can look at the list because there is a list. All right, we got 906 Dirt, BGM Racing, Buchanan Paint, CG Motorsports, In Theory Motorsports, Just a Trim, K&K Contracting, NWRA Racing Association, R&M Automotive, Racecraft Academy, RTL, Refuse to Lift Media, and Winnicky Motorsports. All right, they are going to advance. What's up, Miller? What's up, Miller? Anthony, thank you for liking the share. We're going to get into tonight's main event as they're going to go ahead and skip the practice. Not a lot of drivers, so they're going to try to get their way through this, make this stream as smooth as possible. Yeah, these guys do it quite a bit, NASCAR. They do it quite a bit. All right, getting ready for tonight's main event. It is going to be Timothy Mesmer on the pole. Cody Harrelson in second. Going to be Vandenbush in that number 3 spot. Anthony Janes in fourth. It's going to be Matoxin in that number 5 spot. Jeremy DeWitt in 6th. Nick Nowak 7th. Eddie Farnes 8th. And Solomon in that number 9 position. Let's get this racing going. They are getting it going earlier. They cut out the warm-ups, so that always helps. Jacob, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that as we get ready for this first heat race or the feature for tonight. Frito, sorry, I had to double check that. Frito, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As we get ready for tonight's main event, it is going to be 15 laps, dirt tracking. What's up, Ox? What's up, Ox? As they are going to pull off the grid. You are seeing it correctly. You're seeing street stocks at Wild West. Braden, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Not coming back in 2025, I think is what it said. Just joined. I love reading these names when they come in to join. Oh, this series is a blast. Braden, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As they come down the hill looking for the green flag, this time by Brian. Thank you for the follow. Down the hill looking for the green flag. Green flag is out as they head down to the start to turn number 1. It's going to be Metoxin to the point. Top 3 from last week. Went to the back. Yeet, thank you for the follow. Mason, thank you for the followers. We got contact coming out of turn number 1. Looking for turn number 2. Battle for second. Here comes Cody up underneath the 145 and Nick. He's going to try to slide it in. Gets tight. That opens the door for Jeremy. Cody's going to hold on to it, but he's got Nowak up underneath him as they head through turn number 3. Looks like Eddie might have had some issues back there. Oh, he's blinking a little bit. As they have a drag race for second up the hill, looking for turn number 4. Jay Morano, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Oh, they make contact. Oh, no. Nick goes around as Solomon gets into the back of him. Nick got into Cody. He had to check up and back out of it, and Solomon, nowhere to go, gets into the back of him. Isaac, thank you for the follow. As they come down the hill looking for turn number 1, Jeremy gives Solomon a door. Solomon going to push up the track. That's going to open the door for Anthony. It's the battle for second. There is no battle for second. Metoxin well out in front. We're watching the battle for that number 3 spot. Solomon has it. Anthony wants it. He's going to try to dig into turn number 2. What's up, Clint? I seen you out there spectating. Thank you for liking the share. Appreciate that. Pat, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. As they come up the track out of turn number 3, looking for turn number 4. Here comes Anthony. Anthony up underneath Solomon. Solomon looking for a podium here tonight. Oh, he's going to push wide. It's going to open the door wide open for Anthony. Anthony's going to take that number 3 spot. Oh, these guys might be in trouble. Anthony is on rails looking for that number 2 spot now as they come down the hill looking for turn number 1. Here comes Anthony. He's going to shove it up underneath. Can he get up behind Cody? Not quite there yet as they come out of turn number 1. Oh no, Cody over rotates. Oh, Anthony into the wall. Cody over rotated, got into Anthony. Anthony into the wall. Solomon takes advantage. He's up to the number 2 spot. Naked Fence Post, thank you for the share. Out of turn number 2, looking for turn at number 3, Boo 81. What's up, Scott Helms? What's up, Moody? He's got some work to do. Where is he? Where is he? Timothy is only up to that number 7 spot. He had to start shotgun on the field as we're watching the battle for second. Metoxin is pulled away with all this beating and banging behind him. Out 5.4 seconds. But remember, they're going to get that halfway break on a lap numbers after the completion of lap number 7. And they'll re-rack them, restack them as Dylan puts the share out there. Thank you, Dylan. Down into turn at number 1 and 2. Anthony trying to work Solomon. Solomon holding strong as Cody continues to have issues as Vandenbush gets around him. Here comes Eddie Furness. Where did he come from in that number 21? He's going to get back in the back of Cody. Cody's going to have to get on that gas. Adam, thank you for the follow as they come out of turn 2 down into turn number 3. Back up here for the battle for second as Anthony is back up underneath Solomon out of turn 3, looking for turn number 4. This is where Anthony made the pass last time as they head into turn number 4. Solomon much better this time. He's going to keep it side by side for now. Out of turn number 4, Anthony's going to clear and move Anthony up to second. Dylan, thank you for the follow. Adam, thank you for the follow. It is fun. It is fun, Cash. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Thank you for the follow, too. Down into turn number 1. It's going to be Anthony in that number 2 spot as C pulls away from Solomon. We got contact further back. Timothy having issues. Where is Timothy? He is facing the wrong way. He loses some spots. He falls back to 8th. D-Rex, thank you for the follow. Back up to the front. It is all Matox in 5 seconds, but I'll tell you what, that's 217 is digging in on him. Can he close the gap? I think he'll close the gap when that halfway point comes. I don't think he has enough time to get there before that. Matox going to cross the line. He's going to get 2 laps to go to the halfway break. 2 laps to go. Anthony in second. Solomon in third. Cody in that number 4K sitting in fourth. Vandenbush in fifth. Nowak, Eddie, Timothy, and Jeremy are your field. Jeremy struggling a little bit in that number 38. Oh, yeah, it is definitely wild. So, fun fact, Anthony in that In Theory Motorsports, number 217. In Theory Motorsports is his real-life team. They race street stocks on off-road dirt. Go check it out. It is absolutely wild. Moody, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Scott Helms, thank you for the like. All right, Matoxin continuing to lead. He actually pulled away. Anthony must have had some issues. Solomon in that number 3 spot. Oh, no, Cody into the inside wall. Oh, no, that's your favorite driver, Scott Holmes. Look at what Cody did. All right, let's see what Cody did into turn number 4. Yes, they do it in real life. Go check out In Theory Motorsports. Oh, he just bounced wrong. And then Vandenbush might have caught a little bit of him. Nothing Vandenbush can do. Yeah, go check out In Theory Motorsports over on Facebook. They have some video and some pictures. Yes, dirt. Yeah, you got to check these guys out. It is AMX iRacing is the name of the series. MLB The Show, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As Matoxin leads the way to the halfway break. That's the halfway point. Anthony second. Solomon, Nowak, Vandenbush, Eddie Farnes, Timothy Mesmer, Cody, and Jeremy are your field. They're going to re-rack them, restack them. We're going to send them off again. Matoxin just lost all his lead. Damian, thank you for the follow. All right, they got him stacked up as Matoxin leads the way. It is going to be a Delaware restart style, as it is going to be leader out front. They will set him up 2x2 for second on back. Solomon is putting himself up in a position. Oh, this track's in Wreckfest? I did not know. Everybody keeps telling me I got to play that. I have not played Wreckfest, but I might have to try it soon. And BMNG is the other one that I really want to try. That just looks fun, the physics. Just to play around. All right, looking for the green flag as they come up the hill, looking for turn number 4. Matoxin leads the way with Anthony and Solomon in that second row. Can Solomon get a podium here tonight? He is looking for it in that number 91 as they come down the hill, looking for that green flag. Yeah, I got to check it out. I was never into games until I got into iRacing in 2020. Let's go. What's up, Mayo? Let's get some. I'm doing good, Clint. How are you? Down into turn number 1, we got contact as Vandenbush is going to take advantage. They're all, oh no, Vandenbush is going to end up on the fence. Oh, that's going to be the end of his race. No way. Anthony got sent off the track. What happened to Anthony? Oh, no. Something happened to Ant. Oh, whoa, no. That is unfortunate. No. Anthony had a phenomenal race. Good old boys class or classic. Yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff. I don't know a lot about it, but I definitely like to do it. Yeah, it is pretty cool, though, isn't it, Adam? It is pretty cool. Yeah, I try and keep it fresh, and I'm gonna start to do more. So guys, make sure you guys are following the Kick also, which is at MDI TV now, because that is going to be our primary place to go live. So make sure you guys are checking out Kick. We're going to do a lot more content. I'll start hosting more. We'll do other stuff other than iRacing and the stuff we're doing now. I'm going to try and mix it up a lot more, but definitely a ton more iRacing I'm hoping for. As Metoxin leads the way, Timothy has made his way up to second. Timothy had a horrible first half of this one. He's now up to that number 2 spot. Guys, we are doing Pro 2s after this. I'll be announcing it. It'll probably be a slow process over the next month or so. Zane, it'll be, and Kick is free. A lot of people asking me, does Kick cost money? Kick does not cost money. It's just like Twitch or any other of the platforms that you stream on. It's all free. The only time you spend anything is if you want to support me with a subscription, but it is absolutely free. It just gives me a lot of flexibility on a lot of different stuff, including the stupid shit that I say sometimes. Yeah, no, it is crazy. It is crazy. I need to get more into some of this off-road stuff because it's an awesome group of people. It's a small community in retrospect to a lot of other racing, but the community is absolutely phenomenal. And a lot of them end up on here on iRacing hanging out too. So I definitely need to check a lot more of the off-road content in real life, the IRL stuff. Metoxin's going to lead it as Timothy tries to reel him in. Timothy is not letting Metoxin get away. We could end up with a battle for the win here tonight between these two. Ooh, Timothy's going to get a little too sideways through turn number 3. He's going to lose about 0.6 of a second there. Can he reel him back in? Eddie back here in this number 3 spot. He's got to feel good about today. He was struggling in the first half too. Cody in that number 4. Oh, Cody, I had to say something about you. I had to say something, didn't I? As he gets it going back straight, Nick is trying to gain ground on him. Oh, poor I feel so bad for Anthony and Vandenbush as Metoxin leads the way. He is starting to pull away from Timothy in that number 1 spot. It's a good track for Metoxin. Metoxin looking to take the win here tonight. He's going to be one to watch out for in the Pro 2 race, but I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of people to not watch out for in that one when we come here in about, an hour from now. I think it's about an hour. We'll be live with the Pro 2s here later on. Metoxin out front, Timothy in second, Eddie in third, Cody Harrelson in fourth, Nick Nowak trying to close the gap. Jake, thank you for the follow. Ooh, Nick gets it crossed up, but keeps it going straight as they come down the hill. White flag. Nope. 2 laps to go as they come across the line. 2 laps to go. Soldier, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Down the hill into turn number 1. Here comes Nowak looking for that number 4 spot. Cody trying to hang on for dear life. Ooh, Nick's going to take a bad bump there. That's going to help Cody break free as they head for turn number 2. I'm keeping an eye on the gap up front. It doesn't look like it's changing. It looks like it's staying at about 1.5 seconds. We're going to stay on this battle for 4th as it's starting to get physical as Nowak tries to find his way around. The 145 of Nick trying to dig in on the 4K of Cody Harrelson as they come up the hill looking for turn number 4. They're going to get that white flag this time by our race leader, Nathan Metoxin. Takes the white flag at the line right now as Timothy is going to take it. That Eddie and the battle for 4th we're watching in front of us. Down the hill across the line. One more lap for these two as they come across the line. White flag is out. Heading for turn number 1. Nowak has himself in position. Cody up high. Cody tries to cross him over. Is he going to be able to get there? He does as they head for turn number 2. Nick where he wants to be right now because every time Cody is able to cross him over, it's going to put him on the inside for the next turn. Here comes Solomon. Solomon back up in the mix. The battle is heated for 4th as Solomon's going to make contact with Cody into turn number 2, out of turn number 2, then into turn number 3 as Nowak is going to walk away from these guys. The battle has now transferred to 5th. Out front, coming across the line, is going to be Nick for the win. Timothy second. Eddie third. Nowak fourth. We're watching the battle for fifth. They're continuing to rub off each other out of turn 4 down the hill. Who's going to get it? Cody with the run. He's going to get him across the line first and fifth. Solomon sixth. DeWitt is going to try. Yeah, DeWitt's going to finish in that 7th position. Anthony in 8th. Chris Peters, thank you for the like. What's up, Greg? What's up, Greg? I'm glad you said something. The biggest thing is, it was like every time I went to somebody new in that interview, the next one was a little bit quieter. Matthew, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, Matthew. All right, let's get right. Let's go through the results. I did go through the results, but we'll go through it once again as these guys get lined up on the starting grid. It's right there. There's only 9 guys. I'm just going to read it through. It's going to be Metoxen with the win. Timothy in 2nd. Eddie Farnes in 3rd. Going to be Nick in that number 4 spot. Cody Harrelson in 5th. Sorry, Cody Harrelson in 5th. Solomon in 6th. Going to be Jeremy in that number 7 spot. Anthony 8th. Vandenbush in 9th. That 2017. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and bring in our top 3. Oh, let me change where we're at is we're going to get ready for the AMX podium presented by K&K Contracting. Oh, yeah. Turn 2. Turn 2. Turn 2. Turn 2.
Turn 2.
Dirt. Okay. Timothy knows the joke. All right. What a run here tonight. That got absolutely wild in the second half, and I'll tell you what, 2 drivers that were not up there in the heat of it in the first half definitely made the podium here in the second half. Eddie, you were a little lost a little bit earlier, but a little bit of luck and getting used to the track, man. You were digging in that second half of that race.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened after that restart, but the seas seemed to part. I got lucky there, I think, but I don't know. It felt way better the second half. I finally just calmed down and started driving the damn thing.
Thank you, Brett and Greg. It was good to see you out there running good. You had a little bit of struggle. I mean, these guys are so good on this off-road stuff. I know you're an oval guy. A lot of people asking questions about this, talking about how fun it looks. I said, once you get the hang of it, it is an absolute blast, but it does take a little bit to get in the hang of it. Wow, I can't freaking talk today. Explain to people, kind of your transition and how your thought process has to change a little bit, jumping over from like a dirt oval street stock into the off-road dirt.
Some of it I kind of bring over, especially these left-hand corners. I kind of drive it the same way I do an oval, just let it hang out there. It bites a lot better on these, but I still can't make a right-hand turn, so I'm still learning how to do that. The jumps are the biggest thing because you just got to get the suspension right so it doesn't bounce which way you don't want it to going off the jump, especially tonight. That finish line jump, going up that uphill, the back end was kicking up really bad, but was able to bring it down enough to keep it straight. But it's really just being able to hang on to the car. Once you can kind of do that, then you can kind of get progressively faster. And I've been running with these guys for the last 2-3 seasons, and I think this is my first podium. So it definitely takes a while to get used to these things, but it's a lot of fun once you do.
Great run for you today. Always good to see you. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, of course. Mountain View Plumbing, Pranger Pet Grooming, Amazing Embroidery and Screen Printing, DOA Pro Wrestling, all my real life sponsors. That's all I've got on my car. Anthony and all those guys for putting this on. You for bringing a broadcast for us to showcase this. You don't see this. Actually, I think this is the only series that does this type of racing. So it's pretty awesome that it's out there for everyone to see and witness, and yeah, everyone that comes out and races.
It always creates a conversation. So definitely, and a good group of guys too here. I mean, that's the biggest thing. And you know how
Definitely,
important that is running NWRA. So
absolutely.
the boys, Real and Dylan, thank you for those follows. Appreciate that. All right. So Timothy, you were putting a little pressure on. You had a horrible first half for
Yeah,
you.
horrible.
You started to make your way up through. Looked like you got some contact. Pushed back to the 8th spot again. Get that start. A little bit of chaos on the start there helps you push your way up into second. And you were putting the pressure on Metoxin. It just seemed like Metoxin was taking you to school a little bit today. I mean, you've been the hot shoe consistently in this one, but wow, what a race for you to come back from all that you did in the first half, and definitely a hard run second.
Yeah, I mean, we tried some new stuff coming out of the heat race. Car felt good. It's just we were trying to eliminate a bounce in the right rear going through 95% of the track, and ended up making it worse. Ended up started bouncing the right front, which is probably arguably worse. And I felt really good the first half of that race, first 7 laps. It's just every time I would make up ground, I'd either get spun or get wrecked, and it's kind of hard to go anywhere when you're constantly facing backwards. And on that restart, I was lucky enough to just, go back to basics, send it up on the top and hope it stuck. And was able to come out behind Nathan, and it got worse and worse. Every time I'd go to sit the car down in the corner, it would turn either opposite of which way I was trying to go, or it wouldn't turn at all. I think we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, try to do a little bit more practice, for championship week. But it looked like everybody, Anthony looks like he had a problem. Nick had a problem. Taylor had a problem. The only people that didn't really have a problem that entire race was Nathan. So hopefully, points wise, we're looking pretty good. It's just we got to get something figured out with this thing at short tracks. It's just not where it should be.
Scott, thank you for the follow. Yeah, definitely was tough. I seen you had a little bit of I think it was over rotation there in turn 3. It's really where you lost him there. Coming up 3 up the hill. The Toxin was just so consistent today, but it's so hard when you got to try and chase someone here with these bumps, and you're trying not to push it too hard. I mean, patience seems like a key, and when you're running behind and chasing, it's hard to be patient.
Oh, yeah, patience was definitely a key, and I gave Nathan a little bit of breathing room there. I just started taking it a little bit, calmer, and Nathan made a mistake down there in turn 2, and I got to his inside there for a second, and like you said, I over rotated it. Either over rotating or pushing, just the story of our night. And Nathan was definitely a lot more consistent than I was, but Nathan, this is between Nick and Nathan. This is their track. Most definitely, they definitely have the most experience and the best finishes here. Going into this week, I was just hoping to finish the race, much less podium. And I think this marks a podium in every race this week or this season, which is doing good points wise. It's just I don't know. There was something I was leaving out on the table, and obviously Nathan was picking it up as he was going, because at the end of the race he was getting faster and faster, and I was just on a struggle bus.
Got a couple people to answer real quick. Racing Life, it is iRacing. Austin, thank you for the follow. Racing Life, thank you for the follow. Tree Doc and 8, both thank you for the follow. It's hard. I try not to step over these guys when they're talking. Anthony, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. You guys are freaking awesome over there on TikTok. But good run here tonight, Timothy. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting this, and AMX with everybody putting it on. It gives us a good place to run and do something that a lot of people are scared to do. And I'm not calling out no names, but there's some pro level guys out there that's scared to get in the street stock, and I understand it. It's a little intimidating. Calling out you, Drapkin. Um, and then everybody that supports AMX, the list is really long, and I know that I say it every week, but it can't go without being said. Just Trim Lawn Care, BGM Racing, Racecraft Academy, Buchanan Paints, RTL Media Productions, R&M Automotive, K&K Contracting, Winecki Motorsports, 906 Dirt Racing, Northwest Racing Association, CG Motorsports, and Interior Motorsports. So, they give AMX what they need to be able to put this on, and I'm grateful for it. And everybody that helps in the real life program, can't thank them boys enough. And I think now looking back on, I think we would have done one spot better if my engine builder Scott Helms, my chassis builder Clint Sheehan would have actually been in the shop this week instead of stacking donuts on Eiffel Towers.
Well, good run here tonight, Timothy. You cannot play on Xbox. That is PC only. Scott, hello over there in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Race and Pimp, thank you for the follow. Hobby stocks are fun. We run hobby stocks up here in the area I live in. But the name to talk about here tonight is going to be in that number 19, just a trim car. It is going to be Nathan Metoxen. Metoxen, you were a hot shoe today. Holy cow.
I was actually, I don't know what to, I didn't really expect much coming into this race because I saw 8 people, 9 people. I was like, all right, this is kind of going to be a little boring. But if that person, whoever's out in the lead, can get out and lead, like you saw in the heat race and in the future, if you can get past all the chaos in the back, you're golden. I mean, if you keep it consistent, you're good. It was a rough, heat when I started. It was just like battling with people behind. And I think the nice part about this is that when you're racing in these, and like this group specifically, like that was in this race was fast. Like everybody in here is fast. Like, I mean, then again, everybody is getting faster and faster. So like it's hard to keep up, but I mean, to be out front right now in the AMX, it's really good.
Hold on one sec. Oh, we're doing Pro 2s. They probably should be up by about 10:30. Pretty sure about 10:30, right, Metoxen?
Yeah.
TB, thank you for the follow. Well, it looked like the key here tonight was being able to run your own line, not having to chase. Just getting a little bit out of line definitely knocks your car out of whack a lot and hurts those lap times. Being out front, having that clear sailing had to be key tonight.
Oh yeah, you didn't have to worry about someone sticking their nose on your inside or someone bumping you going into one of the turns, or someone like hitting you in the straights or getting you loose. Being up front was best feeling ever.
Scott, you'll see a lot of those green, white, and black just a trim trucks out in the Pro 2 race because they got a bunch of them going out there too. Scott out on the TikTok chat said he likes your car. but but great
thanks to my paint builder for that, Bunkman Paints and Taylor Vandenbush.
Well, go ahead and give a shout out to the rest of your friends, family, sponsors.
Oh, I like to big thank you for BGM Racing and the whole AMX crew for putting this on, and big thanks for you guys broadcasting this race, even though there was only like 9 people, but it's still probably made for a hell of a broadcast. But big thanks to Racecraft Academy, Buckman Paints, RTL Media Productions, R&M Automotive, K&K Contracting, Winnicky Motorsports, 906 Dirt Racing, Northwest Racing Association, CG Motorsports, In Theory Motorsports, and a big thanks to Eagle Eye Detailing, and a huge thank you to Just a Trim Lawn Service and the team, because I couldn't have really done it much without them.
Adam, make sure you keep following because we got more coming up a little bit later. Oh, and Adam over on the TikTok chat said, thanks for the show. It was a good show. We were hoping Timothy would straight line you, but no, I'm just kidding. But
my goal was to straight line Anthony or Nick to make it interesting and stick up to my name, but
you would have had to lap him to do that. But good run here tonight, and I will see you in the Pro 2s.
See ya.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for now. We'll be live here probably again in about 30 minutes as they get the Pro 2 race up. Don't want to miss that action. Make sure you guys click that follow button if you have not. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.